Tails, I mean, what a win, really. Just a hard-working effort. What did you like most about your effort tonight?
I think we played great. I mean, the first two periods, they just couldn't keep up with us. We played so fast. We were on top of them. Great sticks, and we made it really hard. And then the last period, they kind of came back, got to their game, and I thought we kind of got off the gas a little bit. But no, I thought we played a great team game, and that's kind of what we've been doing the last few games. It's been why we're winning.
What did you see in that third period exactly? Do you feel like it was them or you that kind of made that switch?
A little bit of both. You know, a team always comes harder. They probably got chewed out, but at the same time, it's for us, like, we gave up that one goal, and I think we just kind of backpedaled. You know, we didn't have the same forecheck that we had. We were a little tentative on that, and that's kind of things that we just got to learn, you know, that the best, I mean, just the way we play, it's not like we were giving up easy chances. Like, we're still on top of them, you know, and then, so for us to just kind of learn how to play full 60 minutes there, I think would be beneficial for us. Your
penalty kill, your shorthanded goal, it feels like the penalty kill has just gotten steadily better over the last weeks and months. What have you liked out of that unit?
Yeah, I think we've just learned a lot from one another, and I think, Giller's doing a great job telling us what he wants to do, and I think we're just executing it well, you know. We're playing as a unit, and that's kind of what we didn't do as much, I felt, early on, you know, whether it's reading off one another in the D zone or using one another to get the puck cleared. I think we're just doing so much better at that, and then winning faceoffs too, I think, is a big thing for us. Like, it's so hard when you just constantly, I mean, it's hard to win a faceoff on the D zone and PK, but when you can win a few more of those, it's a little easier to start off in the PK too, so that's helping.
You guys got a goal, shorthanded, power play, 5-on-5. It's got to be nice to get contributions from all areas today.
Yeah, no, it's great. I think, in this league, how it's called nowadays too, with a lot of penalties, I mean, this game was pretty clean, but for the most part, you need a great penalty kill and you need a good power play. So for us to kind of have that confidence, just keep it rolling, it's nice to see.
Your line, again, just continues to put together points after not playing together at all and just getting thrown together. What do you make of that instant chemistry you guys have?
Yeah, no, it's great. I think Wheeler's just, I mean, he's a great guy, but he's also an easy guy to read off of, you know. His game's pretty north-south, and I love how he plays. He plays hard and holds on to pucks, so it's an easy one. And then Cutter's just the same way, you know. He's so great and gifted in his own sense where, I mean, his goal today, you saw, like, didn't have anything and created something out of it. So for me and Wheeler, just kind of work hard and make good plays and have Cutter kind of open it up for us is fantastic.
What makes Cutter so dangerous still on his off wing on your line like that?
It's just his speed and his shot, you know. Like, not a lot of guys can do both, you know, and he's one of those guys that at any given moment he can be a game breaker. So, I mean, you saw it there right away, and he's a very special player, and it's fun to play with.
Cutter, yesterday you wanted, or on Tuesday, I guess, you wanted to really praise the team effort, and today, penalty kill, power play, 5-on-5, everybody contributes. What do you like specifically about what this team is contributing together?
I think mostly the wins. I mean, it's been fun these last week and a half or so playing hockey, and Q set the standard that, you know, we want to rely on our defense and play a solid, tight game and tight checking it. And I think so far we've done a great job of that. And I think we're building off of each and every game. And, you know, obviously the wins are coming, which is great, but we have to keep it going.
Felt like a hard-working first two periods. The details has been something everyone's talked about. What are those details exactly that springs efforts like that in the first and second?
I think just being defensively sound. And I think another one is just our neutral zone forecheck. You know, sometimes you get a little too aggressive, which exposes, you know, the opposing team's speed. And when we lock that down, it frustrates teams, and they end up giving us the puck. So I think those are the two things.
You guys had a really good effort the first two periods, maybe a little step back in the third. What do you think it was? Maybe them pushing a little bit more, or you guys maybe falling back a little bit?
Yeah, there's momentum in every single game, and, you know, they had the momentum in the third there with the home crowd, and they were playing a hard brand of hockey, and you know, we like a saying in our locker room, bend don't break, and I thought that's what we did in the third, and we were able to control the storm and get the W.
You've been playing on your off wing here with this line. How much does that matter at all? I mean, obviously you've been contributing here, but how does that affect your game?
It doesn't. Never really played right wing before. Played mostly center growing up and a little bit of left wing, but you know, I don't think there's too much of a big difference on the right side.
When you catch a guy like that with his feet as he is and you getting up to speed, do you get a little excited knowing that you're about to blow by this guy and get your opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can catch a guy like that with a lot of speed, it doesn't matter who it is, it's always fun, and, you know, you're going to get a great chance after that.
Moving forward, this team has now bounced back from that 9-game streak with a 6-game streak. What needs to keep going? What can you guys do to keep this going as you go to Canada?
Yeah, I think I touched on it already with the defensive game and the standard Q set. The more and more we do that, and the more we frustrate teams, the more they're going to give us opportunities. And we have a lot of guys in that locker room that are able to capitalize on their chances. So, you know, we got a handful of games left in this road trip before the break here, and we have to do what we can to get the most wins before the break.
All right, Coach, really hard-working effort from the group, particularly the first 2 periods. What did you like about the start?
Oh, we had an excellent first period, and I thought they did the same in the second. Had a lot of the puck, and I think checking-wise and support-wise all over the ice. We had all 5 guys basically in the play. Everybody wanted the puck. Scored some timely goals. Shorty's always a big one, and obviously a huge win for us here. And the goalie's coming. He's looking very confident and solid in net as well.
In that third period, what do you feel kind of switches there? Is it something they did or something that you guys weren't doing?
Well, they're going to make plays over there. They're going to get their turn. Obviously, off the rush, they were dangerous. Our rush killing their the neutral zone or the offensive zone, slowing their rush game down. All of a sudden, they made a couple of plays on us, and they got through us, and all of a sudden, had a couple of dangerous looks to tie it up. But most part, it didn't happen in the first 2 periods. But they're pressing and they're going, and their D are active, and they can skate, and they're skilled offensively. Just adds to that mix when they're loose. When I say loose, they're automatic tension, and they're going there. Both D are coming in every rush.
How much is this stretch contributing to the identity of what this team is and what you want them to be?
Well, I think we talked about this at the beginning of the year. We want to be the hardest working team. That wants to be our identity. We want to have a check first mentality through the stretch where we had, I think we had a different look at us at the beginning of the year where we could score goals. It looked like at a higher rate than anybody would have thought, including us. And then I think we might have got a little carried away with thinking that that's how you're going to be successful and win. And I think we got more prepared to play without the puck, and that commitment has been noticeable. And results speak for themselves.
You've been winning these games without some of your top offensive players. What do you think you made of the next man up mentality for your team?
Well, it's a compliment to everybody. When you're in the lineup, obviously you want to play more, and you're not in the lineup, you do everything you can to be ready to get back in the lineup and do what you do and you do best and contribute. And I think that's been the consistency part of our recent stretch here, and it's been fun watching game in, game out, how everybody's happy about the contributions they're all making and the success that's going with it.
Strom and Senncke didn't take a shift in the second half of the third. Is there any reason why?
I went with Max was a little bit something was bothering him, but he should be fine. I just went down to 9 forwards and on a field basis.
As you talk about the third and just the shortening of the lineup, how do you feel the team responded to that, hanging on and just sort of getting this one across the finish line and that sort of aspect?
Well, every game we've had in this last 6, every game has been on the line right to the very end. So you start playing these type of games, you learn from them, and it makes you a better player. You're facing some important shifts, very meaningful minutes, and basically tie games, one ahead. Overtimes. A lot of different guys are getting some exposure to things that probably hadn't earlier on in the year, and looking like they all want that chance to do it again.